everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So, today I'm showing this interesting comparison between refined and unrefined shea nut butter. So, this is the refined version. It comes in different packaging just so you can differentiate the two. So, both are organic. So, all you need is just to decide if you want it refined or unrefined. So I'm just doing an exact comparison of these two butters, adding the same exact ingredients and then just watching how they go along. So that's our organic face and body oil, and it's a blend of 12 virgin carrier oils. And this is our organic coconut oil, and I'll be adding organic peppermint oil just to make it all smell nicely together. So first I'll be starting with refined shea nut butter. So shea butter is a butter that you don't want to mess up. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry around the world. Everybody relies on shea nut butter. Even the biggest luxurious brands, they use shea nut butter in their formulations, and they send these butters from West Africa to Europe for it to be refined and processed as much as possible. Some get it directly, but most of them get it refined and filtered and cleaned even when it's unrefined. So that's the unrefined version. It's off yellow or ivory, if you want to call it that. So I'm weighing it out here, and just to make sure that it's the exact same amount of butters in each container. So I'm even using the same exact container just so I can be sure that I'm formulating it correctly. So this recipe that I'm using, we do sell it on our website, but that's using the unrefined version. People like it a lot, and I have people that have bought it for many years. The whipped shea butter, it smells wonderful, even though we use the unrefined version. When you combine unrefined shea nut butter with coconut oil and peppermint, there is a special mixture of scent that you get that you don't get with any other creation, and it's just incredible. You should try this recipe. You would absolutely love it. So I've just added coconut oil to the mix, and I'll be adding that blend of carrier oils later on. So this is the butters melted down. Coconut, you know how coconut oil, when it's unrefined, it's like a butter basically. So you have to go ahead and melt it down. So I'll be adding the exact same amount of the organic blend of carrier oils to both mixtures. So this is a blend of 12 virgin organic carrier oils. I did my research on these oils before I put them together, and many people use this in their handmade businesses just to get a rich, packed, nutrient packed creation out of it. So here I'll just, because this container is macked, so I'll be just adding the exact same quantities from just into the both mixtures just to make sure that I get the exact same amount of equal amounts in the end. So what I would like you to take into consideration with this formula is the fact that we use our organic blend of oils as well, and these oils are very nice unrefined oils that you can use independently or in your blends as well. So I've just put them in the refrigerator briefly, and I brought it out and left it to stand for a while at room temperature. And I'll be adding the peppermint essential oil. There's something about peppermint essential oil that just really makes everything feel good. And I don't just bring it out during Christmas. I use it all year round in my body butters, my hair, and everything I do. Because peppermint oil is medicinal, and you can use it for a variety of things. So just looking at the two butters and how creamy they look. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't whip it, but I already decided that I would whip it. So, but then just look at how it is. So this one is the refined sheer nut butter, and you can see the texture. It's very light and creamy on its own. And just take a look at the unrefined shea nut butter, how it is. It's a bit more dense in character. From just looking at the other one, you can see how this one still retains some texture, and the color is obviously different because naturally unrefined shea nut butter has a color to it, and the smell that is distinct. You cannot miss the smell of shea butter anywhere you see it. It's just that unique natural scent that just takes over everything. But yeah, for some reason, when it blends with coconut oil and peppermint, it's a different thing. You should try this and let me know in the comments if you tried this exact blend and what you think about the scent. You would love it. So this is unrefined shea nut butter when it's not whipped in this recipe. You can already just use this as is. I have a friend, she never whips her butter. She just melts it down and just brings it out for the kids to use. Like, she doesn't even butter herself. She just does the whole melts, add everything she needs to add, and that's it. So you can just try this recipe and store it, and you're good to go. It just remains creamy and nice textured like this. You just have to make sure to use the exact recipe because shea butter behaves in different ways in different weathers and temperatures. So if it's cold and you're in a very cold region, it might get really stiff. But you can see that the refined version is lighter than the unrefined version. So it looks almost like a cream just by itself. So I'll be going ahead to whip it up just to see what happens next. So the process is pretty easy, and you already know how I do it. It's very the whole thing has just become like a codified process of whipping butters. You can use blenders as well, but I just prefer to use this. It's pretty easy and less mess to clean up in the end. So just incorporating some air into the butter to see how fluffy it becomes, and it's just transforming already, as you can see in the video. I just love it, and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with this butter when I'm done? I'm just going to store it and use it. I've made so many butters now that I probably need to be giving it away or selling it. It just depends on how I feel. So if you have an organization that I could donate to, you can leave that in the comment section, and I could send some of the butters that I make to organizations that use it for the elderly or for kids. I'll be very happy to donate to these kinds of organizations. So just looking at it, you can already see that it did change slightly when whipped and became even lighter. That's as far as the refined shea butter was concerned. But for this as well, it's the same thing. It just got more light and fluffy. And I'm just going to go ahead to scrape the sides just to make sure everything is nicely incorporated. It does smell really good already. The refined shea nut butter one, that one took the whole peppermint scent. So what you get with that one is just a blend of coconut oil and peppermint. But for this, you get that blend of unrefined shea nut butter with the coconut oil and then the peppermint. That's a different aroma that I just absolutely love. I use that on my skin, especially when it's dry. Now in the summer it gets dry, and I like to use that on my feet and my heels just to make sure everything is nice and soft all the time. So just putting it in the containers here. So one thing I want to say about our refined shea nut butter. I know many people love to use the unrefined version, but for some people, they really can't stand the smell of unrefined shea nut butter. But what I would like to tell you is that our refined shea nut butter is refined using clays. So this is called bleaching clays or diatomaceous earth, which is their job is just to remove the color and to improve the flavor and stability of the butter. So we don't blend, we do not refine the butter using heat at all. So that you should be rest assured of. So that way the butter retains all the natural benefits. And yeah, they both look lovely. I would use them. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.